Well, hey there, and welcome everyone to Energy Gal Holistic Wellness. My name is Lisa. Glad to have you along on day 10. Listen, we're going to talk about a topic today that might piss you off, but I think that we're ready for it. I wish that someone had told me this earlier on in my journey. It's made things go by. The healing just boom, boom, boom. But it's offensive. It can piss you off. It can tick you off a little bit. So I'm taking a chance of sharing it with you because I think that it's going to be incredibly helpful. Here's what it is. Stop asking why. When clients come in and they'll say, this is what happened to me and this is why this person did to me, the next thing almost always that they start doing is, and I wonder why. Do you think we could sit together and try to figure out why? And I'll gently, kindly take a deep breath and say, we could spend your time on trying to figure out why, but here's a couple of things. Number one, we won't know for sure if that is the reason. Number two, it's not relevant to your healing. The fact of the matter is, when you know why, you still then have to do the work of healing. So just assume that person is doing the best that they know how. That's why. That's why. Because they don't know any better right now. At the time, they didn't know any better. That's why, if you need your why. What it comes down to is it's a distraction. When you try to figure out why someone is or has treated you the way that they are, or the situation happened in the way it did, it's a distraction. It's a distraction from you moving further along your journey of healing. Because you can spend all sorts of time trying to figure out the answer and satisfying that egoic structure and never actually move the trauma. Never actually re-narrate the story. And that's healing. That is healing. Reintegrating body, mind, heart, the body, soul, spirit. That's healing. Releasing the trauma. And it does not happen when you ask why. When you do the powerful work of saying, okay, this is the situation. And then, now what do I do? Well, now we can get somewhere. Now we can get some healing done. I thought we would practice that today. We're going to take a few breaths. And if it's possible, if you could have your feet on the floor. My feet are on the floor. If you have your butt in a chair or even sitting on the floor, okay, and become aware of your physical body. Maybe squeeze your arms. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. Okay? Put your hand over your belly. Take a breath in. Feel your belly expand and then breathe out. Okay? Put one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly. Breathe in and breathe out. One hand over your heart, one hand over this power center called your solar plexus right between the ribs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. In this moment, very gently, like a kind and gentle, sweet, tender mother or father, grasping both sides of your mind, both sides of your brain here, your head, and just asking yourself to bring forward a memory or a thought or a person or a situation that has been causing you some distress, some anxiety, frustration, disappointment, sadness, anger, grief. And in this time, and pull the energies from up here, from this is the situation, this is why, or this is what happened. And instead of needing to know why, see if you can feel your heart space. And as you think of this situation, where do you feel that situation in your body, on your body? Do you feel like you can't breathe? Do you feel your shoulders tightening? Do you feel like your neck, you can't get anything out? Do you feel like you need to use the bathroom? Does your low back start to hurt? Do your knees feel like they want to stretch? Do your feet feel like they want to run? Do your fists feel like they want to go into Instead of asking why, go down into the wisdom of the body and ask your body what it's feeling as you bring to mind the person, the situation, the event, the memory. And as you allow yourself to become aware of where you're feeling it on your body, hold it like a very loving mother would hold her child. Yes, I know. Yeah. Yes, you feel this way. I see you. I hear you. The way you feel matters. Yeah. And maybe a shout will come, and maybe tears will come, or a growl. But let the body respond to this memory, to the situation, to this feeling, rather than just, let me try to figure this out. Let your body experience the feeling that you're feeling about the situation, the person, the event. This is work. It's a marathon. So if you're saying, I'm not quite getting it, that's okay. This is the first few steps. I wouldn't expect you to be able to run a marathon today, especially if you've never run before. This is a practice. This is something that if you could do it once or twice a day and then journal after that what it is that you experienced, now that's healing. That's the proper use of allowing a memory to come forward for the purpose of healing, for the purpose of moving the trauma through the body. It's very curious, compassionate, and courageous work. And it's very personal stuff. So if you don't necessarily have any comments to share in our group chat below, I understand. If I can be of assistance to you on your journey of holistic wellness healing, I'm here. Check in with the links below, and kudos. This is big stuff. In addition, if you would subscribe, if you would like, comment, possibly, and share the video with anybody that you think would benefit, I'd appreciate it. Take care. The other thing I would recommend is if something big moves through and you feel like, oh my goodness sakes, there are times when so much trauma has moved, or a deep enough trauma has moved through my body that I literally feel like I'm aching and I have the flu. You could get a massage. You could take an Epsom salt bath, or make yourself a nice cup of tea and take a nap. Remember, this is the body integrated in with the soul, which is your mind and your emotions. So it's big stuff. All right. I'll talk to you again. Take care.